Well, if that isn't really showing you the fact that we are waging war on corruption, that is corruption. James Dillingpole, I want to go to some phone calls, but a lot of other key points you've been making about these people. As they get more and more routed and more delirious and angry, what do you expect them to do? More people shooting their newborn baby and then shooting themselves? More people taking over Discovery Channel and you know, the SWAT team having to take them out before they can kill? I mean, just more of their armies going out and you know, seeing video like this and trying to kill people?
Yeah, well, put it this way, the Unabomber isn't going to be the last eco-terrorist, is he? I mean, it's going to get, of course it's going to get worse and worse, because these people believe they have justice on their side. They have Mother Gaia on their side, for goodness sake, so how can they be doing any wrong? They're doing it for the planet, Alex. They care.
And while you're talking, I'm going to show folks one more time the intro. In fact, we can pump the audio up if you want, to the super mega worm. And it's showing the planet Earth being killed by humans. And it shows the Earth going from green to brown and then black until the mega worm arrives to remove the scourge of the humans. Mother Earth is dying, it says. I'm reading the text. Her last defense has been unleashed. The super mega worm. The great death worm, killing police, killing children, children running, being eaten, people running, being eaten, smashing cars, attacking army tanks. When the children fly in the air, it fires fire from its mouth to burn them. There's extra points for killing children. I mean, there's really an obsession with killing people here, James.
What do these people think is going to happen when all the humans are gone? Who's going to be here to observe it? You know, all the teeming wildlife that's going to emerge in the human-free planet. Who's going to be there? Given that animals don't have any consciousness, then these animals aren't going to be writing Shakespeare, are they? Or sort of building the Taj Mahal or anything like that. They're just going to be killing each other, fighting for space and killing each other.
It's incredible. Let's go to some phone calls and quick questions or comments, folks, because I want to get to everybody. I ought to give the phone number out, even though the lines are loaded. 800-259-9231. Pastor in Ohio, you're on the air while you're still alive before the great death worm comes and gets you. Go ahead.
I'm just happy to be alive after everything I've been spreading around. Hey, I've called you before about the pastor response team. Well, now I got something else for you. It's called Snap Scouts. Keep America safe. It's using kids to take pictures with their cameras and stuff to send it in. And
okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to put you on hold because this guy gave us the secret Homeland Security documents 5 years ago that later came out on mainstream news where they're secretly recruiting 50,000 preachers to spy on their flocks. I'm going to come back to you after the break when Mr. Dillingpole leaves us, Pastor. I want to hear about, what did he say, Snap? Bring him back up for a second in case he drops. What's the name of it? Snap Scouts?
Yes, Snap Scouts. You can just type that in and bring it up and hit the first one on the...
Oh, that reminds me. What was that thing that came out where you eco-tattle and take snapshots and then report it, but post it on a website like buildings with their lights on? James, what was the name of that?
Oh, I didn't know about that one. I know about the, in our trash cans, we have these spying devices to monitor about how much trash we dispose of.
And now that's being exported here. Thank you, Pastor. We're going to come back to you after James leaves. This is questions for our guest on this issue. Tony in Jersey, you're on the air.
Hey, Alex, how's it going? Just want to thank you for all you've been doing, all your hard work. Keep it up. Just wanted to make a couple points. And, and we've got all the evidence we need to show people. So I really think that the main objective here is raising awareness. And I was wondering what you would think about doing something like a creed amongst a lot of the maybe like celebrities and stuff. I know you like to keep it more about the people, but by doing a creed amongst celebrities and having something they could all agree on and maybe sign off on.
Well, sure. I mean, I'm anti-death. I'm anti-dark age. I mean, what does the back of my film Endgame say? It says they want you dead. I mean, I'm not making this up. They want us dead. People need to see this film, but that's a good idea. What would we call ourselves if we're for progress, we're for a clean environment, but we don't want to kill children? James?
Well, I think the only way we can punish these people is to punish them, use the market to punish them. I don't believe in asking big government to ban things, because I don't think big government needs to be encouraged in any way whatsoever to exert more control over our lives. But I do very much believe that, for example, when Radiohead's when Radiohead lend their music to this kind of crap, that they should be punished for it. People should stop buying Radiohead records. People should stop going to see Richard Curtis movies. Given that he's producing this poisonous eco-fascist propaganda, they should be punished in their wallets.
And go to your local schools. Don't let them. This has all been discredited. I saw the Attorney General of Texas file suit on the government and try to block the carbon taxes, and he came out and said this is a complete fraud. This is all based on a fraud, so we've got to get on the offensive against these people. Good points. Anything else, Tony?
Yeah, well, I actually wanted to bring that up. You guys got Muse coming to Austin this weekend, and I was hoping maybe you guys could try and get them in studio. And going to Tom York, I really think he's kind of a good guy, and Matt Bellamy from Muse, I know they're quite good friends, so that could be something you could work on.
I want to be clear about Muse. One time, we discovered Mr. Bellamy was here. I got him on. He's anti-New World Order. He's a fan of the show. He links. The only 3 links on his website are to Prison Planet, InfoWars, and Propaganda Matrix, all our group of sites. I can't, but I got his number, but it was a U.S. number. I didn't think to get the other one, and his management will not let him come on this show. So to Mr. Bellamy, hey, bro, get in contact with InfoWars. We want to have you on. I know you wanted to hook up sometime, but your management, for some reason, will not let us get through your blockade. I appreciate your call, Tony. Let's talk to Joseph in California. Joseph, you're on the air with Mr. Dillingpole from The Telegraph. Go ahead.
Hey, Alex, how you doing?
Good.
Hey, thanks for having me on. Hey, I just wanted to let you know I heard today that the L.A. Unified School District is requiring all their students to give their fingerprints to get their school lunches.
No, that's going on everywhere. It's to track everything you're doing. Any comments on the environment?
I think it's just all part of the whole thing. It's just a control grid, kind of get these kids all acclimated to being controlled and being manipulated by the government. And second of all, thank you for being a patriot, and thank you for waking people up. You've helped me to wake up so many of my friends through all your information and your websites, and you are a true patriot, my friend.
Well, thank you, sir. Look, I have no future if we don't beat these people, and neither do you or anybody. Thank you, Joseph. We found the name of it. It's Eco-Snoop. And it's got thousands of postings on its front page of their neighbors saying, look, their garden is unkept. Eco-Snoop. This place has some lights on at night. Well, people may be working. In fact, go to the front page of Eco-Snoop. It's actually got, the photos and tattletale section. I want to show that. So that's something for you, James. Eco-Snoop. What do you think of that?
I think we should all make it our business, Alex. I think we should all try here and now to get ourselves snooped on Eco-Snoop. I think we should wear it as a badge of honor. If our neighbor catches us with our lights on, burning through the night, that should be a badge of honor.
Absolutely. In fact, I want to be on the top of the Eco-Snoop list. Because
no, I do.
I mean, we're supposed to, I guess, freeze in the dark or something. A couple more quick calls with James Dillingpole. JamesDillingpole.com, of course, is the website. When's the new book coming out? Because I want to get you on when that comes out.
You so do, Alex. Your listeners are going to totally love it. It is called Watermelons, and it is about the eco-fascist conspiracy, about how it all started, what they believe, stuff like that. I don't know. I mean, I'm going to bring it out reasonably soon, maybe before Christmas, I hope.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead now and go quickly. Frank in New York, you're on the air with James Dillingpole, eco-criminal.
Yes, good afternoon, Alex. Good afternoon, James.
Hey,
congratulations on your work, both of you. What I wanted to say is this. I find it comical that the Prince of Wales can point his finger at people for taking a bath in cold climates, yet he has over 26 estates and lives a lavish lifestyle that's that of a wastrel. And I think right now, since the issues are before the world elite regarding eugenics, I think right now it's time for the masses to start to demand that those such as the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the Windsors, all of those individuals that are behind this and that really have taken so much
how
of the world's
about
wealth.
they cut first? Or if we're all, that's a great point. I mean, this has been pointed out a lot, but how about they cut first? I mean, if this is really going to happen, James?
Yeah. I really noticed Tom York flying less and all these people, all these eco-freaks, all the eco-celebrities, I've noticed how they've really reined in on their travel, on their flights and stuff. Not. No, I mean, and Prince Charles, he's constantly flying over to Rio and places like that to talk about the peril facing the world. Well,
Well, he'll have a few stunts where he holograms into Austin from one of his estates to save fuel, but then he's still traveling. He does a few stunts.
He does that, and don't forget, he's got a massive entourage. He's got his posse, his royal posse, who'll go with him. He's very much part of the problem, I think, rather than...
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna come back to Tony and then Frank, because Frank hadn't had enough time, and then Dave and John. We're going to let James-Delingpole go, but as soon as Watermelons comes out, we want to get you on the broadcast. But do you agree with me that we're really starting to turn the tide against him?
We're turning the tide on this particular one, but believe me, they are going to find different ways, be it biodiversity or ocean acidification. They will never stop on their quest to increase their control, increase their taxation, increase, regulation, because this is essentially what they're about. They hate freedom.
They really do. They're authoritarians masquerading in a green jumpsuit. God bless you, Mr. Delingpole. We'll talk to you again soon.
Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.
Your call straight ahead. Tons of news. Stay with us. Transmission continues.